everyone, how to Dutch braid your own hair. I've got you, it'll take 5 minutes, super easy. I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. So I'm going to film right from above so you can see exactly what I'm doing. So we're going to take a section from the top here, and then you're going to break this into 3. So you can do that any way you want, but I kind of like stick 2 fingers through. So you've got outside, middle, outside, so left, middle, right. Okay? So we're going to start off on this left hand side, and as it's Dutch braid, it's always going to go underneath the middle. So left one, underneath the middle, and I'm going to pick up this middle strand in between these 2 fingers here. So look what I mean by that. So it's just going to sit in between there. And now I've got a little pincer going on. So I'm going to go underneath the middle to grab hold of the right. So pincer underneath, grab hold of the right. Now I'm going to pick up this side. So again, it's going to go in between here. So in between, this is my little pincer, underneath the middle to pick up to the left, like so. So now you're ready to add in hair. So all you're going to do is just take a slice from this left hand side, take a small slice of hair and add it in to your little pincer. So in it goes, and then just make sure that that slice hasn't got any bumps in it and you're happy, and then you just leave it there. Then you'll come back to the top, pick up that section, put it in between these 2 fingers here, pincer underneath the middle to pick up on the right. So underneath and pick, slice of hair goes in here. So slice of hair goes in, taking the time to just smooth that slice of hair out, back to the top again, in between those 2 fingers, little pincer underneath the middle to the far left, slice of hair. It's a little bit tricky for me because I've got extensions in. So smoothing it out, back to the top, in between those fingers, underneath the middle, and grab to the far right. Now, when you're first practicing this technique, I really wouldn't worry about the braid being tight. I have got lots of other tutorials. I'll make sure I link one at the end of this video, how to do tight braids, but it's the same technique, just refined a little bit. But to start with, I just want you to practice this technique of just making your fingers work in this way and where the hair sits as you're doing it. So picking up between the 2 fingers, under the middle to the far side. So I'm making my way down to the nape of the neck. And if you want this braid to be kind of pulled out and loose, I would still recommend braiding quite tightly and then maybe just doing some teasing out as you go. Because if you braid too loosely and then kind of pull the braid out, it's all going to become really loose really quickly. But this is the technique that I tend to use when I'm braiding my own hair, and sometimes when I'm braiding others as well. There is lots of other ways to hold the strands, but I feel like this is the easiest one to pick up. So last section comes in, just making sure it's nice and tight to the nape of the neck. And because I've kind of flipped the braid to the front, now I'm taking it over, because I've kind of like changed the direction of the braid. So down it goes like so. Pop a little elastic in. So I've chosen to leave some bits out you don't need to. You can also go in now, you could leave it kind of that tighter looking braid, or you can just, I hold the braid first and then kind of pull against it. You can just relax that off a little bit, relax it round the sides, and you can also do the back. You can just go in and gently just pull on the braids just to loosen it off. As I said, you can do this as you go in as well, but as the braid isn't super tight, I feel like we can just go in the back after we've finished and just do a little bit of pulling out. As you can see, that is the basics on how to Dutch braid. Keep practicing over and over again and then get on that how to do tight Dutch braids later on.